God dang, what episode is this?
1757. Psych, no, I'm playing.
Welcome.
Episode 27.
Episode 27. Okay, great, man. Welcome to Back to Words Never Spoken, episode 27. Thanks, you guys, for sticking with us. All our subscribers, thank you for the comments, subscriptions, suggestions, and your participation in the live. As you might see some people come in the room as we talk. But yeah, we're back, man. We're not going to do too much long introductions, man. We're going to get smack into it, man. Talking about a subject. First of all, I am your host, Tied Up. Instagram at TYED__UP. You guys already know. Austin, and just in case, go ahead.
Man, you already know what it is. Austin Toles, it's your boy. Austin Toles TV on all social media platforms. And subscribe to the YouTube.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. We're coming off of the Super Bowl. Congratulations to the GOAT, Tom Brady. As much as I hate saying that.
Man, that's crazy. You call
I know, right?
You call the white man the GOAT, the MAGA man. Yo, that's all I seen on Twitter.
Oh, for real?
All I seen on Twitter is y'all called Tom Brady the GOAT like y'all didn't see the MAGA hat in his locker.
I don't got nothing to do with that, but I know I seen that too. And they got the picture too. They got the picture up.
And they said it's Black History Month, and y'all out here calling Tom Brady the GOAT.
I know, man. I know. Look, man. I don't got no response for that. I mean, I can tell you that I don't got nothing to do with that crap. I'm watching this nigga throw the ball. That's all I care. Like, he could throw the ball, bro. And I was a Dolphins fan my whole life. I grew up as a Dolphins fan. My dad is from Miami.
That's crazy.
And we're in the same division as the Patriots. So automatically I hated him for years because of the amount of times I've seen him whip out butts. I couldn't stand him. But it got to the point where I just had to respect him.
Yeah.
But he's not even a good person that was likable. Like Brett Favre. Like Peyton Manning was likable. You know what I'm saying? No one hated Brett Favre. Why does everybody hate Tom Brady, though? Do people hate Steph Curry?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And that's crazy to me. But I don't get why people hate Tom Brady, and this is why. I feel like you have to appreciate Tom Brady's story, because he was literally a 6th round draft pick.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Like, he was not supposed to be as good as he is. He was not supposed to win as much as he's won.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't supposed to be in the deck based on his draft position.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
right.
For that to happen is kind of like, how can you hate on? It's like everybody loves to see the downfall or wishes for the downfall because they want to see you fall down and get back up. And he's never really done that. Like, he's lost.
Yeah.
He's had seasons where he didn't win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But he's never like been trash or fell off, so to speak.
Yeah, he never fell off. Yeah, he never actually had a huge injury, right?
No, like, he had 1 year where he was injured in his, I think he's 20 seasons in or
he's like 20
that.
something in. Yeah,
he only had like 1 season that he was like had a serious injury.
Yeah. So I mean, that's commendable, man. Like I'm tired of hating on him, man, because it's hard to keep consistently. It's hard to be great consistently. It's hard to do that, man. So I was debating whether I cheer for him or Patrick Mahomes, and I was like, Patrick probably be back anyway. And Tom Brady, I just want him to extend his greatness. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like Patrick Mahomes has plenty of time.
Yeah.
Honestly, when it comes to the Super Bowl, I was kind of disappointed.
Me too. Yeah,
because the Chiefs' offensive line was decimated.
Yeah.
Like, it was like straight backups on the line.
Oh, okay.
Like, their 2 best offensive linemen were not available for the game. So they had players that were playing out of position on offensive line and everything. That's why the line was so bad. That's why Patrick Mahomes never had time.
Okay.
And then on top of that, all of the bad calls by the referees pissed me off. Like, they literally set a Super Bowl record. That's how lopsided the penalties was. It was a Super Bowl record for penalties against the Chiefs in 1 half. It was 8 penalties against the Chiefs for 100 yards to 1 penalty against the Patriots for 5 yards in the first half. I mean, the Bucks.
Yeah,
in the first half.
Yeah, you confused me for that.
That's ridiculous.
That's retarded.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
Was it offensive lineman type stuff? Was it like
a lot of the fouls they called on the Chiefs were like the defensive backs. It was like in the secondary they were calling like holding and pass interference.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, but it was calls that they hadn't been called in all playoffs.
Yeah, they were kind of just letting them
like
play.
They just decided to start calling them in the Super Bowl. Like I tweeted, I said, why do the refs always decide to ruin games that Tom Brady is in? They just always decide to ruin the big games of Tom Brady because the Buccaneers had a chance to win regardless.
Yeah.
Like if both teams were 100% healthy, the Buccaneers still had a chance to win because they are that good.
Yeah.
So it didn't make sense to me. Like they didn't need the extra help. From the referees.
Right.
And that's what made it uninteresting to me.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on. I didn't know about the injuries, man. I didn't know about the injuries. I noticed that Mahomes was running his butt off a little bit more than usual.
Yeah,
I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as he got the ball, he had to run.
Yeah.
Out of the pocket, scramble out of the, and he was still diming he was literally getting spun around and still made accurate passes.
Yeah, I know.
That's just crazy.
He's super, like, his natural gift of the way he handles the ball, you could tell he's been doing that his whole life. You could just tell, bro.
Yeah.
He throws it like a NBA, what was that, NFL street game?
Yeah.
When niggas was punishing each other. He plays just like that. He throws it like that. It's amazing, man. But, shout out to him. Congratulations to Tom Brady. Hey, did you see the halftime show?
Yes, I did watch the halftime show.
What you think about it?
I think it was a solid weekend concert.
Me too. I think so too.
It was a solid weekend concert.
Yeah.
It wasn't extravagant as far as like it wasn't Bruno Mars, Beyonce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was a solid weekend concert. Like it's what you would expect if you go to a weekend concert at a stadium.
I really like that, and I do not like The Weeknd. Like
really,
I don't like. I think he sounds the same every song.
You don't like Baby Jackson?
No, I don't like that nigga. Nah,
he's the reincarnate of Michael Jackson vocally.
Shoot, it might be Tito Jackson or something because
just relax.
That joint, man.
Relax.
Well, now he got the nose of him right now for real. But not like he played the one song with the guitar when he did the guitar part.
Yeah,
that song was beautiful to me. I'd never heard that song before. But that joint was dope. But I like I knew that the internet was gonna light them up no matter what. Even though I was like, I can't see them saying nothing about this one. But they of course they found something. It was funny as a mug. This is what happens when you coming out drunk, looking for your drunk friends, and they showed him when he was in that. That was funny as a mug. But hey, I think he did a great job. Like you said, I think it was a solid concert. He stayed in his lane.
Yeah.
I think he could have been a little bit more entertaining, like as an individual.
That's not him though. Like he's just a legitimate pop like singer. Like he was in his bag.
Okay, all right. And I wouldn't have known.
He's not a dancer for real.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say like Michael Jackson reincarnate vocally.
Okay.
And Bruno Mars is Michael Jackson reincarnate with the dancing.
Okay, I got you now.
With the performance. But Wiz is I said Wiz. Weeknd is not a performer per se.
Okay.
When you're not gonna get your dances and stuff like that, but you're gonna get him singing his songs, like not a lip syncing. It's not lip singing. It's gonna be him.
Yeah.
And it's gonna sound the same way it does on the records, and you're just gonna enjoy the music the same, only with a live band.
And he definitely did that. Like as he was singing, I was like, this nigga is killing it with the vocals. It was so consistent. And really? This is the first time I had brought up the chat. The chat popped up before it popped up here. It was good. It was good.
True?
Rainbow Spirituals was good. But his vocals were so beautifully delivered, man. I was like, I gotta give him props for that, man. So shout out to The Weeknd, Tom Brady. I gotta stop hating on him. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was gonna be Chiefs versus Bucks again next year. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think the Bucks make it back because they got a lot of free agency turnover.
Yeah.
Or they have to be able to retain a lot of people.
Mike Evans spoke up already.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah. Tom Brady could find some.
Y'all like the video for us. Go ahead, throw a like on that thing. Share.
Yeah, please like and share, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, Tom Brady always finds Bama's to throw to though. He always finds Bama's to throw to.
He needs more. Well, I put it with their defense, they can be back next year.
Okay.
I'll readjust my comment.
Yeah,
because of their defense.
Yeah, if
they keep their whole defense together, they could be back next year.
Okay.
I can see that.
And the rookie White, that nigga's a beast, bro.
Bro, he ran like a 4.2 40.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That is hard to believe. Hold up. 4.2?
Like a 4.2 40.
I even would say that a 4.4 is good for him.
For a linebacker, hell yeah.
Nigga, he don't run no 4.2,
bro. I promise you, they were saying it all game. They were commentating on it the whole game. Like, that nigga's fast as hell.
Yeah, man.
His size. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Oh, my goodness. He should not
be that fast.
Goodness gracious.
He should not be that fast.
That's exciting. And then he had over 120, 130 tackles or something in the season.
Yeah.
That's a safe number. I thought they said 150, but I ain't trying to sound OD right now.
Right. I don't know. That just made me think about T.J. Watt got snubbed for Defensive Player of the Year. They gave it to Aaron Donald, but T.J. Watt should have been Defensive Player of the Year. He led the NFL in all the major defensive categories, and he played one less game than everybody else in the league. And he still led everybody in the major statistical categories.
This year?
Defender. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he was
like, he didn't lead in interceptions, but he's not a defensive back. He's a linebacker.
Yeah,
but he led in tackles, sacks, tackles for loss, like fumbles. Like, he led in all of that.
That's crazy.
And they didn't give him Defensive Player of the Year. Shit's crazy.
Okay, that is crazy.
I was very upset about that.
Man, look, man. Speaking of that, I heard about it, and I want to get into the Black History joint because this kind of ties in.
Yeah.
What happened with the dude that beat up his girl or whatever? You hear about that? Oh, nah.
Bro, nigga pled not guilty, and they set the trial date, but that's where we're at right now.
Okay. And he beat up his black girlfriend,
bro,
right?
Not even, it was attempted murder, bro.
Oh, okay.
And it's being charged as domestic violence, and it's not just domestic violence. Like, they added severity to it, and I think holding whatever the kidnapping or like holding somebody against their will thing is, they added stuff to it, but he was off of his meds, and he told his girl to bow down to him. He's a white dude.
Yeah, what was his? Do you know his name? Well, just you remember his name? Okay, whatever. Okay.
Nah.
Right.
Cause
I want that to be out there, like his name.
Yeah,
but whatever.
like it's out there, and I can pull it up easily.
Yeah.
But
so he told her to bow down to him.
He told her to bow down to him, and then she refused. Right. She refused, and he proceeded to like beat her, hit her, and like strangle her, and covered her face as well, as he was like suffocating her. She passed out. He proceeded to like go make him some food.
Okay, I heard something crazy like that, some Hannibal like that.
And when she got up to go to the bathroom or whatever, he heard her or saw her, and he was like, "Oh wow, you're alive."
Yeah, I heard about that part.
Oh wow, you're alive. This nigga said, "Oh wow, you're alive." He thought he killed her. He literally thought he killed her. It was just cooking, eating in the kitchen. Not a second thought.
This nigga, man. So hold on. So what? All right, he was off his. Did they go into the diagnosis of like, yeah, this nigga's actually crazy or something like that?
This is not the first time that he's had an episode.
This nigga sound like he had a couple of seasons. The way
I don't know if it's bipolar. I don't know what it is. But in college, he had a similar episode where he got violent. He didn't like domestically abuse the woman or whatever, but he like punched a wall, stuff like that. And so he got violent, and that's when he got diagnosed and got put on medication.
Oh wow!
And my thing with this whole situation is people like, we gotta take into account the fact that he was on medication. Da 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 da. No, he's still just as guilty. He should get the same penalty as somebody who wasn't on medication because him not taking his medication was a choice.
Yeah, that's his responsibility.
Actions have consequences, and you know this not your first time. You know you had a violent episode before. Therefore, you know you know what you're capable of. Yeah. Therefore, you need to be held responsible for even add on a charge for negligence for not taking your pills.
Yeah,
that should be an extra charge.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like throw the nigga under the jail.
Yeah, man, it was a wild story going around. I was like, what is going on? And I just saw a picture of her. And at the moment, I was like, I ain't even going to read this crap, bro.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard to see.
I wonder what he got, though.
It was either like bipolar or something along those lines.
Okay.
Chad Wheeler. That's his
Chad
name.
Wheeler. Okay. That's
Chad Wheeler.
Okay. Goodness gracious, man. So we waiting for the trial for that one. Yeah. And I read something like the ambulance said, how is she alive? And she said, I thought I was dead too.
She thought she was dead.
Goodness gracious. That was a huge story. I mean, unfortunately.
Hold on. I just seen so I just saw something today. Jamel Hill, TMZ just posted something, said cops describe wild struggle to detain NFL's Chad Wheeler. Taser had no effect. Jamel Hill said, so wait a minute. Wow. Not only was Chad Wheeler not charged with attempted murder, he also wasn't charged with resisting arrest or assaulting police officers. So apparently it was a struggle even to get to detain him. And that just came out on the February 2nd.
Dang, man. I'll be freaking kind of like I'm shooting somebody in the leg. If I'm a cop, forget the taser. I'll shoot him in the leg and be like, somebody gave me the wrong gun, dog. Like, for real.
That's ridiculous. Aaliyah Taylor is his ex-girlfriend, the girl it happened to. Aaliyah Taylor. So I more than anything, I hope for and pray for her recovery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
And more than anything else.
It's probably one of them joints where I'm just kind of...
I could care less about him.
Yeah. But it was probably one of them joints where, man, I don't know their history. I don't know. But she probably was trying to be like the loyal spouse. And, he's working on it and everything like that. And he probably just took that joint for granted. You know what I'm saying? Sure. I don't know. I'm taking a guess on that. But look, I brought that. I thought of that because I saw the title of our joint is Black History Month optional.
Yeah.
And Austin shared me a story today. I didn't get the chance to read it, but I wanted him to catch me up on it. I'm assuming it's about the school giving kids our option to do Black History or not.
Yeah. So what happened was there's a school in Utah. That sent out a letter that said Black History Month was optional. I'm gonna pull up the post for y'all.
I think I can feel a hot take coming for me. I'm not going.
So the school in Utah. Now, the person who was designated. So we got an update. Apparently, it reversed itself. But let's go into what they said first. So first, they sent out a letter. It's a public charter school. Allow parents to withdraw their children from Black History Month curriculum. So as far as like the curriculum goes for Black History Month, parents were able to opt their children out of participating or learning Black History Month.
Okay. So now I thought I had an opinion.
There was a public outcry and they reversed it.
Yeah.
But they allowed their children to not participate in learning about Black History Month. It said curriculum, which means they were able to like not do what was assigned.
Right.
They, I guess, gave them a different option in what to learn.
Okay, I thought I had an opinion on it, but now I'm gonna reverse my opinion because
what was your initial opinion?
At first, I was gonna say, yeah, that's cool. I was gonna say, I didn't know about the curriculum thing. I thought that people just said I don't participate in Black History Month. I was gonna say I think that's their choice. You can't force a racist to not be racist. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Now, the reason why I disagree now is because if they're giving them the option to not participate in that, then everybody else should be given the option to not participate in the American history. because that could be proven to be falsified and
here's my thing about this, though. Here's my thing about this. Are they teaching them the traditional Black History Month that we learned in school? And if they are, I don't give a fuck if you do it or not. I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah.
The Black history that they teach us is not
that's a good point.
Accurate African history, African American history.
Yeah.
It's literally slave history. We only want you to learn about these people.
Yeah.
So you act or fall in line to a certain way. They don't teach you about Nat Turner. They teach you about Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
Rosa Parks wasn't even the first person to sit on a bus and not give up her seat. She was light skinned, so they used her because they knew it would garner attention. But it was other darker skinned people who've done that same thing before her and with her.
Oh, I had no clue about that.
Yeah, they knew that her face and complexion would draw national attention, so they used her on purpose to be the face of the movement because they knew people were paying attention. They don't teach you about Nat Turner. They don't teach you about they don't really teach you about Malcolm X. They teach you about Martin Luther King. Like they're still trying to condition you with the way they teach you Black history. It's not legitimate, unfiltered Black history that we're learning in school.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, cool. Let's opt out of that. Let me at home as a Black parent teach my child their true history. You know what I'm saying? Where they really come from. That they weren't always slaves. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me teach them the truth about who they are.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And here's another thing about the location where this happened. There are 20,500 people in North Ogden where this happened. According to the Census Bureau, less than 1% of that population is Black. 94% is white. More than 94% is white. Less than 1% is Black.
Okay. Less than 1%. Okay.
0.8% is Black.
So I'm trying to. So is that?
So in the schools, that's like one Black family.
Yeah. No. That's very. So to me, that makes it way more believable that would even be
a situation.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, with the majority being white, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised that could easily have been an option for kids. But now that you brought up the way you view it, I think that's good that if you're a parent and you know the truth about African history or African American history, I can see why you could be like, well, F that joint. Nah, I don't want them learning about that joint. You know what I'm saying? Because it paints kind of it doesn't tell the whole truth, which is a big deal.
Right.
But you know, even if it's just African American history.
And here's the thing though, like even the American history that they tell is wrong still. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they still teach Christopher Columbus discovered America.
Yeah, I know.
They still teach that Thanksgiving was a celebration between Indians and Pilgrims. They don't teach that Thanksgiving was actually the Pilgrims would go out, slaughter Indians, and come back after the slaughter and give thanks to God for a successful slaughter. Yeah. They were thanking God for successfully slaughtering the savages. Yeah. They don't teach the truth about anything in American history, even throughout the whole school year. So I definitely don't trust you to teach me about Black people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and you know, we got many examples like Abraham Lincoln, who's they call it heroism when they paint him as a hero from a perspective of a hero. But I want to touch on the age of information that we're in, and I really appreciate it, man, because it's like with almost anything, man, you could find out truths, man, like so easily now. You know what I'm saying? And things weren't so accessible. You know, I think, you know, our generation really is lucky, and the kids now kind of, because they're more prone to take it for granted because they're born into it, I think. But we've seen it develop. You know what I'm saying? We remember when we had to go to libraries and check out books.
Yeah.
Our parents probably did too, but not all of them could read. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to go back, I ain't trying to talk about like our parents, but our great grandparents, the niggas probably mostly didn't read like on the level that the books were written on.
Yeah.
But so we seen and we were born into that development, and now I ain't gonna lie, this time of existence is pretty dope. I personally think that we're waiting. We're still on the learning curve of having so much information being accessible.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be trained to automatically ignore a lot of stuff, and our focus is gonna get more on point.
I'm wondering when the school system will come up to date because of the information age we're in. Because schools, these kids have tablets and Macs at school now.
Yeah.
Everything is at home learning right now. They're literally learning on their tablets. We can fact check everything that you teach me. So it's at the point now where a student can, in fact, be smarter than the teacher.
And not only can in middle school and high school, it's probably more of a possibility. But I'm tell you why. Because the kids still don't have an adult life. So even if they want to attack a subject, the being the teachers, they have to live their adult life. So they don't really have the time that a geeky, when I say geeky, I don't mean socially awkward. I mean geeky as in invested in one topic. There's a difference between a geek and a nerd. You can look it up.
Yeah.
All right. So the kid could be 16 years old. What's good, Angel Doll?
What's up, Angel?
The kid can be like, oh, this subject, I'm gonna be way better than my teacher. And in 3 months, come back and say, what about that? The teacher be like, oh.
Especially if the teacher sticks to the curriculum.
Exactly.
Now, if you have a teacher that, like, for me, I'm going to say Miss Diggs, when I was in high school, Miss Diggs was the teacher who, she knew what the curriculum was. She was my health teacher. She knew what the curriculum was, but that didn't stop her from saying, now look, girls, da-da-da. For example, we were talking about sex, right?
Did you have to sign a paper to participate in that? This high school?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, I had to do that in middle school.
I'm not sure
if
we did or not. I can't really remember.
Okay.
If I
had
like
to sign
the parents would have had to sign it?
Yeah.
Possibly, but I ain't do nothing I was supposed to do anyway, so I'll probably just forge the signature.
Okay.
Even if I did, I probably didn't.
Why were we so? Well, I can't speak for you, but why was I so scared to do that back then? Like that seemed like
forge the signature.
Yeah, I was so scared of like. That's the best time to break rules, man.
To be honest, bro, like.
Also, my dad was a correction officer with a leather belt. I already told you about the 3 times and then a limited time. So, think about that.
I don't know. But she would, we were talking about sex.
Yeah.
And she was talking about vaginal and anal.
Right? Go ahead! No!
She was talking about vaginal and anal sex.
What?
And she was like, look, y'all might be watching porn. Y'all see them go back and forth from one to the other.
No.
Yeah, y'all better not do that because you're not supposed to swap the juices from each one.
What an idiot,
that
bro.
bacteria, when you swap that bacteria, that's how you start getting infections. She was like, so y'all better be switching the condom every time you go from one to the other. Like, she literally told us these things. Here's another story from Miss Diggs.
That's super wild.
She said, and y'all girls, y'all hear all these stories and y'all talk all this trash. Like, y'all want a man with a big old horse thing, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, okay. That's until you can't have sex. Like, she was like, you gonna be trying to have sex and he gonna have to stand a foot back. Just because you gonna see, you don't want all that in you. It ain't fun.
That joint is wild.
It's not fun. You better appreciate your average.
Oh my God, she was low key preaching though.
Your average size penis.
Oh my God.
Like, yo, I'm winning.
Yo, I wouldn't even been thinking like I because I watched porn 10, 11 years old when I started. I did it. I talked about it on here before. I did it before I could even come. It was nothing that came out for mad long.
You don't know what's funny is I didn't even I learned about masturbation before I even ever seen a porn.
I'm trying to think, is it the same for me? Nah, it wasn't the same for me. That's wild.
I learned about masturbation because I got beat for masturbating and I wasn't even masturbating.
So it made you look into what it is. It made
me look at what is masturbation.
I remember.
What the heck is this?
I remember you telling me about that. You was like, huh, what's that?
Oh, yeah.
That's wild. That's wild. For me, it was like a natural thing. Like, I remember my dad, he paid the DirecTV guy off to give us all the channels. So, of course, I discovered everything before he discovered it. And my body saw the naked girl, and I was like, what is that? And my body started reacting to it. It was just like a Barbie to me, because you know how the Barbies don't have really the split in the vagina area. It just has. And I was like, and my body started reacting to it. That's how I knew I was really heterosexual. I was like, I don't know what to do. My body saying this is the right thing to do. This is where you want to be, my son. But look, so with Mrs. Diggs though, I wouldn't even have been thinking about anal at that age. Were high schoolers thinking about anal? I was homeschooled at high school.
Yeah.
They were thinking about anal?
Yeah.
Y'all bugging, bruh. Y'all super bugging.
Niggas was thinking about everything. Like,
oh, nah, yeah.
Niggas, like, girls was lesbians. Like, we was wondering about all that stuff at that age.
Wow.
Like, I remember one time we was after school. It was the dance team. And it was two girls who were, like, known lesbians at school. We were at the point, and I was a freshman. And, like, the niggas I was with was, like, seniors and juniors. It was, like, the point where, like, after school, the girls was going, like, to this specific spot, and they was about to start kissing. And niggas literally, like, followed them and went to, like, wanted to sneak a peek of them kissing.
Yeah.
Like, wanted to see the girls kiss type shit. Like, it was, like, it was wild in high school.
Yeah, that's wild right there, dog. Like, but I could believe that. Because, I mean, you know, if I started at around 10 or 11, you know, that's like, that's not high school yet. It's like 6th, 7th grade. I could see me get into that in high school. It would have been retarded. It would have been crazy.
Yeah.
So I kind of commend her for being kind of keeping it real.
Oh, she kept it.
That's kind of like
all the way real.
It's unfortunately it's so real, but it's like sad that it even has to be talked about at such an age. I feel like your parents should teach you that crap.
I don't know. It's at a point now where they got to start teaching these kids in like elementary school.
Yeah. It's even worse now.
Like, girls don't have cooties to kids anymore.
Yeah.
Boys don't think girls have cooties anymore.
Yeah, man.
They got coochie and they want it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, my brother got a son on the way. Got a niece that's 1 year old, and well, I have a niece that's 1 year old, which is his daughter, and he has another daughter who's 12 now. And I remember I was in the car with my brother.
He got a gun?
Nah, he gonna have to get something. Yeah, I'll teach him how to use that thing.
You better get one.
Yeah, it's funny when I showed me at the shooting range or whatever, and I showed the result of the shooting in the paper or whatever, and I had like a shot right above the shoulder. Somebody he like DM me and said, "Nigga, you cannot shoot for nothing." And I said, "Nigga, if somebody have a bird on their shoulder, that bird is dead, motherfucker." That shit was funny as a mug. But yeah, like with him having that 2 daughters and a son coming up, I'm like, oh my God, that's and I remember I made a joke. I was in the car with him and his 12-year-old daughter, and I said something like, "Which one of those boys you think cute?" or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And Quentin was like, "Oh well, we're not talking about that. We don't talk about that now." I was like, "Nigga, what? Nigga, I hope you don't think that she not thinking about them like that." I ain't say this out loud, but in my mind, I was like, all right, whatever. But I was like, nigga, you might as well be open with that crap. Let's keep it G real.
Yeah.
Like, for real. That's what that's the angle I'm going to take with my future children. I'm not, I'll tell them almost darn it everything, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully, because I know people that it worked both ways. The parents was open with them like that. They still was wild. I know the parents that were strict with them, they still was wild. So
I think it's just a point of educate. Like, and just educate them. Kids gonna do what kids gonna do. Like, they're gonna do what they want to do one way or the other. They're gonna make up their own mind. Like, kids are not as dumb as the school system and as they're portrayed to be when it comes to making decisions. Like, kids know what they want to do and what they're going to do. it's almost like 100%. Like they wild regardless. It doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So your best bet is to just educate them and hope for the best that you're raising them right.
Yeah.
Like raise them right and educate them.
Yeah. I think so too. And honestly, pray that their friends' parents are trying to do the same thing, because that could be a whole nother thing.
To be honest, I don't even think you can really worry about that. You just gotta raise them to pick the right friends as best as they can.
Yeah.
Like as best as they can, because we're all going to make mistakes on friends.
Yeah.
There, like throughout our lives.
Yeah.
You just gotta teach the best you can and make it so they can talk to you about absolutely anything.
Yeah.
If they can't talk to you about absolutely anything, you're not going to be able to raise them properly. Somebody else, they're going to learn from the streets, from a friend, from a friend's parent, from social media. If you're not accessible.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to listen and talk to your child.
I guess like overreacting could damage that, man. Like
it'll kill it.
Yeah.
It'll kill it.
Yeah, so I gotta try to be like, we'll see. It was our parents' first time. It'll be my first time. I'm with you. Like when it comes to do as best as you can, and
I think they always say that there's no manual to raising a child. I think that's a lie. That's a lie.
Because I was like, nigga, I never heard that, but okay.
They said there's no guide
for raising a child?
There's no guide, manual on how to raise a child.
Okay, so you think it's a lie. What do you think it is?
History is the teacher. Like, you can see based on, like, parents who are never... We know for a fact that parents that are never there for their kids, 9 times out of 10, it causes a problem for that child. Be it mentally or it's mainly mentally. But that child is not the best they can be when their parents are absent.
Yeah.
When their parents are overbearing, that child is not as like.
Yeah.
So you can see.
Yeah.
You know what not to do, and you know what to do. Now, obviously, there's not like specifics to each because every child is different.
Right.
But the general scape of raising a child is to be present, be accessible, be loving, and be kind.
Yeah.
If you cover the basics, everything else is nuance. Everything else you learn for your specific child. But if you cover love, accessibility, presence, and teaching kindness and caring to your child, if you're empathetic, if you listen, you'll do all right.
Yeah.
You'll be just fine.
Yeah, I was looking at this billionaire. He was talking to Little Yachty, and I wish I remember his name, but it was like a week and a half ago. They was actually talking about Bitcoins, but they got...
Was it,
I want to say Navo or something. Michael Navo or Navo.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's talking to Little Yachty about Bitcoins, but they got to a personal point where Little Yachty asked for personal advice, and he said about parenting, I really totally agree with this. He said that as a kid, you're going definitely complain about something that your parents did.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they gave you too much or gave you too little, it's going to be something. They said that your job as a kid when you grow up is to acknowledge that it's going to be something, just like when you raise your kid, there's going to be something that they say, well, my dad didn't do this, my mom do this, so I'm going to do this. Mm-hmm. And then their kid is going to say, well, my dad did this, so I'm going to do that because my dad never doesn't. So as an adult, as a parent, I think that, I mean, not as a parent because I'm not a parent, but I would hope that you could just make that leap of faith, and when they grow up and they analyze it, the best thing they could do is just forgive whatever route they chose to take. You know what I'm saying? Because they had to choose one.
I think that as a parent, not me as a parent, but as a parent or as somebody who takes on a parent role, you have to appreciate the fact that everybody is different. Yeah. You have to appreciate the fact that the path that your child wants to take will not necessarily be your path. Like, you can't predetermine a life for your child.
Yeah.
You have to allow them to tell you the path they want to take.
Yeah.
And you just tell them, you just give them the principles of how to be a good person.
Right.
And then let them choose their path. As long as they're a good person in whatever path they choose.
Yeah.
You should be satisfied.
Yeah.
With the job you've done.
Yeah, exactly. And
even if they choose not to be a good person, as long as you teach them, and you embed in them how to be a good person, then you should be satisfied with the job you've done as a parent.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. And lead by example too. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't do it yourself, then you did fail.
Yeah,
because kids, especially in the first 7 years, kids do not just learn auditorily. Mm-hmm. They learn visually as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So they hear what you say, but they also watch what you do.
Yeah.
And if you do the opposite of what you say, 9 times out of 10, they're going to follow what you did, not what you said.
Yeah.
Like, kids are smart like that. We underestimate and undervalue how smart kids are in their hypnosis stage in that first 7 years of life.
Yeah.
We underestimate how smart they are.
Yeah. That's why I think that more and more, I mean, depending on what this COVID thing is going to do, which I think we actually might as well kick our feet up and get used to this. But I think it's going to be more and more homeschool kids, even if the choice opens back up.
Yeah.
Just because you will save so much time. You will save your kids so much time because the efficiency of the way they can learn, just by what we were talking about, how accessible information is.
Yeah.
And you could tell them, okay, in the real world, the job that you go into is not going to ask you what the effing capital of Wyoming is. I hated that in school. And it took me so long to get past it. But I was fire in math. But the teacher just would not let up on the capitals of this crap. I was like, come on. So anyway, you get to now choose. No, in the real world, this is what's going to help you. And they could be freaking balling early because they dedicated. Even if they half-ass it, it's still going to put them way ahead.
I think the true benefit of homeschool, if you're a present or if you have somebody that you trust to teach your kid,
which is a big deal,
what they need.
Yeah.
I don't think the curriculum matters even of homeschool. I hate math too. I'm trash at math unless I'm talking money. Then I can add money easily. But everything else, ass.
Okay.
Terrible. But if you trust somebody to teach your kid taxes, saving money, how to save money, teach them about credit early, none of the rest of the curriculum really matters. Aside from, math matters. I think foreign language should be taught from birth.
Yeah.
I think you should learn both.
Yeah.
They say that kids who learn like 2 language from birth, they say that they learn slower in the beginning. They learn slower than other kids, but in the end they're more advanced. But in the initial stages where they're learning 2 languages, they actually learn slower, or they're behind the other kids who only have to focus on 1 language.
Okay.
But in the long term, they're more advanced because now they know multiple languages. But I think that foreign language, multiple languages, is something that should be learned from birth. I think savings is something that should be learned from the time you can comprehend, which is super early. If you know how to, if you're crawling, I can start teaching you savings. If you're crawling, I can start teaching you savings, because I'm gonna give you this little coin. You're not gonna know what it is. You're gonna try to put it in your mouth. I'm gonna hold it while it's in your hand, and I'm gonna take it to your piggy bank, and I'm gonna put it in there for you. I'm gonna talk to you. You're not gonna be able to ask me questions, but you're gonna remember, when I get this, I put it here. I put it here. I put it here. I put it here. And then by the time you're at age to comprehend what you've been doing, you got $150 just saved.
Right.
And you don't even know what to do with it yet.
Yeah,
You're at the age where you just want to go buy all the toys and candy in the world.
Right.
And you could buy the world with your $150.
Exactly. Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you know now, when I get this, I save it.
Right.
I save every penny.
Yeah, that's dope.
I was watching something. I heard somebody. I can't remember the person's name. But it was an entertainer of some sort, rapper or something, and he was saying that the way most black people or like poor people come up is they don't worry about the pennies and the coins, but wealthy people, the reason they're wealthy and rich and all of this stuff, I think it was Kanye actually. Said they worry about every penny.
They worry about every penny.
They worry about every penny. If there's a penny on the floor, they will pick that penny up with no shame and they will put it in the savings.
Yep. Rich Dad, Poor Dad taught me that, which really is a good book.
I want to read it. I haven't read it yet, but I know the premise of it because of other things that I've watched. I know the premise of Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it touches on that a lot, man. You would think that wealthy people are like, oh, it's just $2. Them niggas know what every piece of their income goes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Put that crap on paper, man. Like, that's dope to me. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and it was one more financial book that literally changed my life. I want to say David something. He has a podcast where he cuts up the credit card on as the icon. I'll try to find the name before the joint is over. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's dope. Raising children and kids and all that good stuff. What I want to do is ask you about something earlier that you wanted to talk. I don't know what it is. But you said you wanted to talk about something earlier.
What I sent you?
No. It was something you had in mind. I want to ask you about something, period. But I want to ask you about your getaway. Your getaway, first of all, because I want to suggest that you go somewhere in the South.
Ask me about that first.
Okay, all right.
Let's go there.
All right, if you're going to, I think, I saw your tweet or your post when you said.
I want to disappear.
Okay, first of all, that's dope.
Yeah.
I think that's dope. Second of all, go to the South, bro.
That's what I'm thinking.
Go to the South, man.
But my thing was, I was just gonna get in the car and just start driving.
Okay.
And I don't like, and I probably will head south.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have a destination in mind. Okay. I just want to drive and end up wherever I end up.
Yeah.
Like whenever I get tired of driving.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what this place is about.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then if I want to drive again and go further into this rabbit hole, I can't drive to Jamaica. I want to go further into this rabbit hole.
She low-key had me thinking.
Yeah, like
I was kind of like, let me just wait. You know what I'm saying?
The ferries, I can put my car on the little ferry.
Right. That's great, man.
And then if I'm ready to go home, okay, I'll turn around and go back. But if I'm not, all right, let me go further south. Let's see what's up with the next place I end up when I'm tired. Like, I don't know. I just want to disappear. I really, it's something that I wanted to talk to you about, but I'll wait until after this topic. But yeah, I probably will go south, but I don't want to have an agenda. I just want to enjoy life in each moment. And I'll have to document it. I have to, just because it's an experience.
I think that's really, really good, man. And that's why I'm cheering for you when coming to do that, because I'm going to be living through you vicariously anyway. When you do that, I'm like, dog, where are you right now? How's it looking?
Yeah.
Because I'm about to move locally still, but I was going to go to Germany, but.
Yeah, and that's actually what I was about to talk to you about, ask you about next, like about the move. So you were going to go to Germany, but now you're thinking about staying in the United States. What's up with that?
Because. And I still plan on going over to Germany overseas, or overseas, I should say, because I could be in Amsterdam, actually.
Okay.
But I'm not doing that now because them niggas locked down for real, bro.
So it's no fun.
Yeah.
It's not going to be worth it right now.
Not right now, man.
You want to wait till after COVID. After pandemic.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got a buddy over there, Julian Flood. He's in Germany, and man,
I'm definitely I want to go over there too.
Yeah.
Whenever you go, maybe not the same time, depending on time frame.
Yeah.
But eventually.
And I'll visit Julian before I actually go over there. I'll visit him and chill.
Yeah. That's what I want to do. For sure.
Yeah, man. And I'll let you know way ahead of time. But speaking to him, I was like, Tyrone, this is what you should do, because now like, you know, after March, I could, you know, leave wherever.
We're gonna address you, Angel. 1 second.
And
go ahead.
Oh yeah, she's in Atlanta.
She's speaking, yeah. That's why I was like, we gonna get there.
Oh, okay, okay.
But go ahead.
So no, but segue into this. Honestly, I was gonna mention this without even knowing she's from Atlanta.
Exactly. I know.
So, all right, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do so far. I'm gonna stay here for another year. Okay. Just to see what's up with Germany, what they do with the COVID thing.
Okay.
All right. After I leave here, it's going to be either Germany or Atlanta permanently, though. All right. If I go to Germany and I come back here, I'm not moving back here. I'm going to Atlanta or Dallas, but it's probably going to be Atlanta.
Right.
It's no way that I'm going to straight back here unless some super crazy family stuff I got to.
Yeah.
But when I go over there, I'm not coming back to this area. But the question is when I'm going over there, and I'm going to wait it out here in this area for the last year. This will be my last year in this area. I'm excited.
Okay.
Because I'm just going to see what they do over there. I'm talking to Julian Flood, and right now the writings are on the wall. It's like stupid for me to continue going over there when I could just wait and hold back, keep building my credentials and go over there. But right now he's like, Ty, they got the COVID police over there, and they checking the 2-person rule for households. If there's somebody in the household, it can't be more than an additional 1 person. So 2 people could get you fined. You know what I'm saying? And it's snitches over there. Like, for lack of better words. But so the reason why I say go to the South is because I went to Atlanta, and I'm going back to Atlanta, Angel, in March. Them niggas don't care. And I'm sorry. I'm not one of them
Atlanta, Florida are the 2 most don't give a fuck places.
Bruh, they don't care. And and my thing is, it's not like you'll have the people that's opinion is, well, they need to care more about lives. I don't know if it's that they don't care about lives, or they don't believe in it, or they just like,
so
well.
I have a thought, and this is not an original thought. It's a thought that I have somewhat adopted after hearing certain people talk about it. Smart people, Joe Rogan, Elon Musk. We're grown, and the country was based on freedom. I think that people feel like they have a certain amount of, like, their choice has been taken away from them, or their freedom, because put it like this, we are allowed to do dangerous things that risk our lives every single day. Bungee jumping, skydiving, all of these things.
I'm going to be honest.
We know the risk. So as adults, we make the informed decision to risk our lives or not.
Yeah.
And that is where a lot of people, I think, are coming from without expressing it that way.
Yeah.
It's, okay, I understand that risk.
Yeah.
Now, I'm choosing to accept that risk the same way I choose to skydive and all of the other things.
I'm so glad you said that. I was thinking about it on the way here. They already been molded for their standard way of living. Yeah. They already been molded. Therefore, they're already used to a certain amount. So they're like, I'll do this and I'll do that. But after a certain point, to me, is no longer living.
And the mortality rate, say what you want, the mortality rate of actual COVID-19 deaths is way lower than what we initially thought it would be and what you see on the TV. Because now, and I have family who works in the health system, so I know firsthand, well, secondhand, but from their firsthand eyes, no matter what the death is, if they have COVID-related symptoms, it's marked as a COVID-19 death.
Well, look.
So they could die from a heart attack, but if they had any COVID symptoms, it's marked as a COVID death. There are incentives to marking deaths as COVID. There's incentives to putting people on the respiratory or giving rooms to COVID people. There's money involved in that.
Yeah.
They get money for each COVID patient. And so there's incentives to mark things as COVID. So the mortality rate is not as bad as we've pushed in front of our face. And people are, we live in a society where the media it thrives on fear. It's a lot of fear mongering that we live in.
Yeah.
And so it's bad, and it's not to talk down on COVID at all and the results, because I know people personally who have died from COVID complications.
Yeah.
I've had COVID-19 myself.
Yeah, I remember
know,
that.
and because I'm obese, I had severe symptoms.
I wanted you to touch on that.
So the obesity is the biggest risk factor to dying from COVID.
Okay.
And that's proven. Because your health is more compromised when you're obese.
Yeah. How did you feel though?
I could hardly move off the couch. Like I was in pain from just turning over from laying on my back to turning on my side. I was in pain. Yo, Chad, the visionary himself. Thank you for showing up, brother. Love you, man.
It's good. Salute the Chad.
So like I was in pain just from laying on my back to turning on my side. I was in pain. Like it was terrible. Sweats, cough, sneeze. Like it was terrible.
How long?
It was the worst thing. I wouldn't have wished it. The way I felt, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
And how long did it last?
I was down for a couple weeks, I think.
Yeah, so two things, man. First of all,
but some of the symptoms lasted longer than that. But the worst of it lasted a couple weeks.
Okay, so two things. One, the first thing is, yeah, I found it weird, like touching on what you said about the way they deem COVID deaths. Anything could be COVID death based on like why the heck it is the flu? The flu is like almost darn near has been eliminated. And I think that's super weird, man. I don't think that's a coincidence.
You said what? Say that again.
The flu cases have been it's been the least amount of flu cases in 130 years.
That's because they're
wait, hold on. Don't say social distancing.
No, they're not accurately marking them.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I think.
Because the COVID-19 list, the symptoms is like 2 pages long.
Yeah.
So you can have the flu. They're going to mark it as COVID.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, y'all don't see this? They're like, oh my goodness, man, the flu season's going. I'm saying, niggas still got the flu, but they're just categorizing.
But it's categorized as
COVID. Yeah. So I'm like,
that's why flu numbers are so far down, but COVID is still rising.
And I'm like, okay, do the masks work or not, my nigga?
So the masks are,
which I don't think so, but go ahead.
The masks are for the other person's protection. So I don't, but now this is the problem. So technically, can it transfer through like me spitting or me coughing?
Yeah.
One of my family members is a doctor, and she said that they're sending mixed signals because the way that they say you have to treat it versus they say wear a mask and things like that, it doesn't line up because of the way virus transmits.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't remember specifically, so I'm not going to get into details.
Yeah.
But basically, like wearing a mask doesn't cover the same way something transmits for other viruses. And they've basically been given mixed signals. So, like, say, for example, hand sanitizer kills a particular germ, but it doesn't kill another germ. So for another germ, you have to wear gloves.
Yeah.
They're basically, the way they've been talking about COVID is they've been telling you to wear gloves when in fact you need to do hand sanitizer and vice versa. Yeah. Like they've been picking from each side because truly they don't know.
Right.
Does the mask do what it's supposed to do? We don't know. But if you're going to go off of what the purpose of the mask is, it's really to protect the other person. So if it is transmitted through like me accidentally spitting on you or me coughing and it going to you, I wear my mask so that it protects you.
Right.
So my spit doesn't get on you, so my cough doesn't go in your face or what have you, and you wear your mask for the same reason. Right. I don't wear a mask to protect me from you. I wear a mask to protect you from me.
I understand
That's what the masks are for, based on what they're saying. Wear the mask for.
Okay. All right, I could kind of get with. I could kind of. Oh no, I can't get with that. But I understand the explanation or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For the other. It's for your fellow person. Man, so to speak.
And so the second thing is, I think. Look, man, this is why I'm saying go to the South. I don't think it's because and no one cares about life down there. I think it's because they are like F this, man.
They're like we're gonna live.
We're gonna live. Yeah,
we're not gonna live in fear every day.
Yeah,
and not live. And I'm 100% on board with that. Like I'm not about to not live. Yeah. Because there's a chance I could die. Because there's a chance I could die anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like, so I might as well live. And along with going to the South, and this kind of goes back to the ATL thing, I've been really having this itch to go.
Well, I'm just glad you finished that sentence. Okay.
To go.
Yeah, let's say,
to leave.
We can talk about that afterwards. Like, we're going to put a list of who you've been with. You know what I'm saying?
I know a girl. I mean, it's like, no. It's like, no, let me stop being messy. I'm not going to be messy.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been having this feeling that it's like, move. Mm-hmm. Like, why not? And we're in a group chat on WhatsApp, and when one of the people in the group chat sent a message like, anybody looking for a roommate, hit me up.
It was kind of like a ding, 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 ding.
To me, it's like, maybe that's the universe telling me,
dang.
Yeah, do it.
I didn't think about that. That's great.
Because I was literally, before he sent that,
yeah,
I was like, I should move. Where you gonna move? Florida or Atlanta? And then he sent that, and I was like, man, maybe it's time. Because, like, I'm on this journey right now. Like, this spiritual journey within myself right now.
Yeah.
Learning myself. And it's made me, honestly, be less accessible to the people who I normally am always accessible to. I'm at the studio less. Mm-hmm. I talk to people less frequently.
Okay.
People who I would talk to every day, I talk to every 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
People I would talk to every day, I talk to once a week.
Yeah.
Like, people I would FaceTime every day, I FaceTime like once or twice a week.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm really on a deep, like, internal learning and guide, like, experience trip. And it's like something is just screaming at me, you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Like, you need to go elsewhere to continue your journey. You're not going to get everything you need here.
Yeah, I mean, I you know me, man. I will always say go for it. I've known homeboy Rob. Mm-hmm. You know, I know Rob. I was thinking about should I say his name, but yeah, I've known Rob for a while. I'm not close with him, but to me, my assessment, I trust my judgment. I would easily get along. He's a cool guy, man, and plus the location is so fire. That's funny. The location is, you can tell by the reaction how true that is. Sorry, Angel. It's not you personally, obviously.
Hit you up, love.
But Atlanta, Florida. When my family was in Miami, man, they was looking at like, why you got a mask on, dog? You making it weird in here. Like that's they. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dang. In Atlanta, I was like, it's like only you wore a mask if you felt in danger. Yeah. It's not like So, look, man. I say go for it. You know what I'm saying? Have somewhat of a plan. Have somewhat of a plan. Say I'm gonna be here for this long, a year, 6 months. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
See, I'm so flexible though that it don't
matter. Okay.
Like if I sign a year lease, cool. Then I'm gonna be here for a year. But chances are, I'm not even gonna always be here. Like I'm gonna pay my rent.
Right.
But I'm not even gonna I might be at the house to sleep.
Yeah.
3 out of 7 nights a week.
Yeah.
And then those other 4, I might still sleep in my car somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no guarantee that I'm still going to be at the house all the whole time. Because I'm still living. I'm still experiencing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not ready for the settle. Like Q hit me up. because he been talking to me about a certain career path that he thinks I'll be good at.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's dope. Like I'm willing to look into it and learn more. But then I say, does this career path fit into my journey? Right. Because the way my journey is leading me, this look that I have, it's not changing. Yeah. Like I'm not going back to a corporate look. To get a corporate job. Yeah. If I can't look like this and get hired, then it doesn't fit the journey. Yeah. It doesn't fit the path right now.
That's great.
And so I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm willing to find out. I'm willing to find out if I could get in with this, because it's a great opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But if I can't, if my look doesn't work for it, if they're not like, if I can't be me, I'm no longer and never again will I ever change me for a job. Yeah,
you'll never conform.
I'm never going to conform for anybody else ever again.
That's good.
If it doesn't fit who I am, it's not happening.
Yeah, that's better. That's better than me.
Plain and simple.
Because I want some earrings now and a nose ring, which I'll eventually get. But I'm like, I asked my man Julian, I said, you think they'll look at me different? He said, you better be damn good at what you do. I was like, that means no, motherfucker, because I'm still a rookie. I'm still like less than 2 years in at the IT world. Yeah. But that's commendable. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, I don't want to sugarcoat that at all. I think that's very commendable, man. And, you know, I agree with your journey. You know, I remember when I expressed to you that I want to go a year just not working, just doing my guitar thing. And you was like, yeah. And I was like, I literally said, before I die, da-da-da. He was like, that's the thing. You don't know when you're going to die. And that really hit me probably more than you think. It wasn't.
I think you expressed it to me. It was like a week later.
Okay.
That you was like, that it hit you like after the fact.
Yeah, that was important for me to hear. You know what I'm saying? And so I look forward to doing that, you know, when I feel the balls enough to take my leap, you know what I'm saying? So that's commendable, man. I'm excited to see where, you know, you'll go from here. I already know that I'll be right there, like, as far as knowing. Of course. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is fun.
Nobody who's a part of my journey now is going to be cut off from my journey. Yeah. Like, everybody is solid. Like, the team is solid. Both the team that's local plus Angel, who's in ATL. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the team is solid.
Hey, Angel, what part of ATL? Do you mind? I don't know if you mind or not, but what part are you in? I was thinking about the Marietta area.
I feel like she in the heart of the city. Like, I don't know if she live in the heart of the city, but I know she be in the, like, that main mall down there. Like, I think
like the Lennox joint.
Yeah, I think she be in Lennox.
And it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie in March. Like when I go down there, I'll probably go down there an extra day earlier so I could look at the different areas.
Gwinnett.
But Gwinnett. Okay. I'm not familiar with that.
Me either.
But Sydney also is a great person to talk to about the area. She's like I don't know if literally she is. If so, forgive me. But she's like a Rain Man type of.
She said Marietta is 40 minutes away from her.
Okay, it's probably 40 minutes north, I'm assuming. She's probably closer to the city then. That's dope. Okay, yeah.
So she read about it.
Yeah, that's dope right there. But yeah, so you have a lot of it.
I would talk to. Yeah, I got resources. I got more resources there now than I did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like,
man.
So that's dope for me. I feel like I have more resources there than I do in Florida.
Okay.
I just want to go somewhere where nobody knows me.
Yeah.
That's really what. Like, I want to start my story from scratch, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That'll be great, man. And you got to go to the temple, dog. You got to go to the temple.
Really good. I think that we should go to the temple when we go to your battle in March.
We could do that. We can definitely do that.
Like, I would love to go to the
We could do that. March 27th.
But I'm going. I'm tripping when I go.
Okay. I'll go with you. I'll go with you tripping. It'll be an experience.
Or tripping, one of the two.
I'm looking forward to that. It'll be an experience. Yeah. I'm not have the ball to do it, but I'll go with you like as you're tripping.
Okay.
Because I'm be stupid. Like if you look, you could walk through a mall now while doing it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, nigga, no. I'm gonna think the idol's talking to me, and I'm gonna be like, bro, we gotta go.
That's what's so wild to me is like. And it wasn't. Everybody knows I'm a big psychedelic proponent, supporter. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like I'm literally like. I think that's why Joe Rogan's podcast like is so like on point for me, is because he's the same way. And
you ever tried DMT?
I learned so much. Like I learned so much from his podcast, and for me to learn. Okay, so y'all don't know this, but me and Ty had this conversation off pod, so I'm gonna bring it on air. The normal trip, they say a normal trip for people is 1 to 2.5 grams. It is a trip for most people.
Okay.
3.5 grams is a lot for most people. It's like the max for most average people.
Okay.
5 grams is like the hero's journey or whatever it's called. The warrior, like, spiritually, like that's the most that they would give, like in like indigenous tribes and stuff like that. That's what they did to go on the deepest spiritual journey. Mm-hmm. It's called the hero's journey or something like that. So 5 is literally like, to most people, if you look online, 5 is a lot. Yeah. 5 grams is a lot of mushrooms.
Okay.
So for my first trip to be 3.5, we talking mushrooms right now, but we could talk that too. Mm-hmm. My first trip to be 3.5 grams, and for me to handle it the way I did with no prior tripping experience, and then to learn that was a lot, was like, I was meant for this.
Yeah.
Like this, I was supposed to figure this out. And then for me to do 7 grams, man, and to be driving around Waldorf, that's the day I did 7 grams. Me and Angel joined my live, and we went live for like 20-30 minutes on Instagram. I went live for like 7 or 8 hours on Instagram that day, and the reel is still on my page.
Okay.
The live is still on my page under IGTV. Mm-hmm. Went to the mall, went shopping with Brianna, and was just like talking to people. Nobody knew or could tell that I was tripping. Yeah, I seemed normal to people who don't know me, right, and I seemed happy, right, like extremely euphoric, to the people who didn't know me.
Yeah, my man
but
was like
I
that.
was able to handle it, and so like I was FaceTiming niggas all day. I told my mans, I was like, yeah, I'm tripping on shrooms right now. I just did 7 grams. He's like, nigga, you did 7 and you driving? Right. Dog, you crazy. Right. Bro, I felt at home. Like I felt normal as hell.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. I mean, my homeboy, he's not in this the East Coast. Mm-hmm. He did that, man, and he walks. He I'm trying not to say too much about him, but he met some people that were doing music and everything like that, and you know, and they were like, you're tripping right now? He's like, yeah, right now. He's like, how was it like, man? He could do that too, man. But I'll tell you one thing. When I did the tabs and I was driving, nah, bro. It was a dub.
See, that's the thing too. I know I'm good on. And
Angel, for real?
Angel couldn't even tell. She couldn't.
That's crazy. Tell. Wow.
When it comes to psilocybin, I know I can handle exorbitant amounts.
Yeah.
I don't know tabs yet.
Yeah. It's a different animal. I'm not trying to be like,
But I've heard that you're more in control of your trip with tabs than you are with psilocybin.
I agree.
And if that's the case, I don't see me not being able to do the same thing.
Yeah, I kind of agree. It's just there's a heightened, because there's a synthetic heighten to it. They put a little bit of the extra, the little bit of the white girl in there. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of it heightens you. Yeah, a little juicy. Yeah, and but it's still like it's very similar. It's very similar. I feel like you will be able to do that. You'll be able to handle that. I think it'll be very fun. You know what I'm saying? So, look, man, we could make the 27th a movie, man, when we go down there. I could get down there the Friday. You know, like, we'll talk about it, but we can make it a movie, man. You know what I'm saying?
And
we can get
Plug got a sale going on right now.
Oh, snap. Ooh, that's dope.
$50 for a KD. Ooh.
What is that? What is a KD?
Shrooms, 3.5.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Is that Kevin Durant's number?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, I remember my homeboy sent me something. I was so slow with that. I was like, "What is that?"
Honestly, until like a month ago, or whenever I started getting into all of this, I was completely lost.
Yeah,
nigga was like, "Yo, I got a Vic for you," and I was like, "Hey, what's a Vic?"
Yeah, right.
That's what my man. Hey, what's a Vic?
Yeah.
That was a kitty.
Yeah. That's good. That's smart though. I like that.
What's a zip?
Yeah. And so the zips are now. I know about them joints.
A zip is an ounce.
I know it was 26 grams, so I guess that equals an ounce.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, man, because 2 zips is 56 grams or whatever.
Oh,
but
okay.
but yeah, man, like
a boat.
Yeah, no. I'm excited about that for you, man. Keep me updated on the journey or whatever. You should ask homeboy Rob if you should come down there for a weekend and see what's good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna talk to him.
You know what I'm saying? It's like an 8-hour drive. I mean, it's not. It sounds like a lot, but I don't think it's really.
Nah, it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
But other than that,
especially I do DoorDash, so
yeah. So
I be driving for 4 to 6 hours at a time. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that makes a big difference. I remember when I did Uber, I couldn't drive more than 4 hours. I just always took breaks. I always cheated, dog.
To me, Uber, Lyft, that shit different.
Uber is different because you got the people in the car with you. Yeah. You can't really do your thing while driving.
Yeah, you can't. You let them handle the aux most of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to love when I had one of my best Lyft experiences. I was super depressed at the time, and I did a super late night drive. It was like 2 a.m. and I was playing Juice WRLD. And this was at the time, I was like, I'm not letting them just the aux. I'm going to just turn the music down so they're not offended.
Yeah.
White girl gets in the car. She said, is that Juice? I was like, yeah. She was like, blast that shit. Dang. And I was like, oh, what? She was like, I love Juice. She said, I did drugs with Juice WRLD one time. She got a backstage pass to the show. Wow. She got to kick it with Juice WRLD, did drugs with them. And everything.
Wow.
And so, like, blasting Juice WRLD, talking to her. I was telling her, like, I ended up telling her how depressed I was and the stage of life I was going through.
Yeah.
And she was like, take my number. Don't ever think about suicide. If you ever think about suicide, call me. I'm dead ass serious. Like, call me. Because you're better alive. Your spirit is better for us alive. Like, she was like, I could feel, like, you're gonna be better for everybody here.
Yeah.
Like, we need you here.
Right.
The world needs you type shit is what she was saying.
That's super positive. That's
and
dope.
I was like, it mattered a lot to me. Like, I literally I never called her, but I never got that depressed ever again either.
Go ahead. That's funny as well. But I guess she did her job, though.
She did her job, man. And if you ever see this and you recognize me and remember this story,
I can't believe you did that.
Hit me up.
Oh, yeah.
Hit me up because you're a cool ass person.
Oh,
and
man.
We can do drugs together.
Shout out to Uber, man. Yeah, that's funny, man. I have some good stories with Uber too, man. But I think that was it for the week, man. For me, man. I'm kind of done right now.
Yeah. Look.
I mean, what else you got? I got some Uber stories, man. I gotta kind of.
You could get an Uber story off.
I'm gonna get an Uber story off. I ate some chicken and salad earlier, and yeah, man, it's not tired. It's gonna take a while. But anyway,
did you drink today?
I had 2 shots in the morning. This is the first time I haven't been here and haven't drank.
I noticed that, and
I'm kind of
happy. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, man.
I'm proud of you. Like,
yeah, I had 2 shots this morning, and nothing. Since usually on the way here, I'm drinking, nigga.
I got y'all. Yeah, I'm hit.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I appreciate it. You know, I'm chilling. It's cool. But I mean, I think that also that's probably why I got a lot going on bodily wise. That sounds too much.
But I feel like you're like
more here.
I think you're handling this pod better.
Oh, okay.
To be honest.
Oh, that's what's good.
You're super present.
I'm super present right now.
Words.
Yeah.
Like, your thoughts are clear.
No minimum hot takes. I mean what I say this time.
Yeah, like there's like added sauce. It's just pure,
exactly.
authentic.
Yeah,
just conversation right now.
I appreciate that.
I think you're doing great sober.
Okay, I thank you. I honestly, that means a lot.
I encourage you to continue to do
for real. Yeah, okay.
I really do.
Thank you so much. And like tomorrow, I'm gonna try to go the whole day with nothing, like no shots at all. I was making a drive this morning. I said, why not? You know, of course, terrible reasoning. But the Uber stories I had quite a few. I had an Uber story that, okay, well, look, I was in Southern Maryland, and I'm trying to think of which one I want to do. Okay. It's so many. I could do like a drug. I ain't going to do a drug one. I'll do like a white privilege one. All right.
Okay.
So long story. I'm driving and I have a white guy in the back seat. I pick up a white guy. I'm trying to see the better one. Okay, all right. Oh, I'm glad I remember this. Oh my goodness, you're not gonna believe this.
All right.
This is in Southern Maryland. I'm gonna try to make it a little quick. I'm gonna just try to make it a little quick because it could be long. It's in Southern Maryland. It was in.
Get it off. Don't even worry about the time.
Okay.
Get
All
the
right.
story up.
All right. Lexington Park, Maryland. I'm doing Uber. It's 2 Uber drivers at the point down in Lexington Park. Only 2. Me and there's another guy with a van. This is like when Uber kind of was first taking off.
Okay.
It's 2013, 2014-ish.
Okay.
So people get to know me around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
All right. So I go to this one house. It's in the boons. I'm telling you, like I always had to turn on my high beams, but it wouldn't even disturb anybody. That's how. And I was going up and down this hill. As I'm telling this story, I'm thinking about more stories that because these white people be so wild sometimes. Yeah. But I remember when I was faking like, oh my God, I was faking drunk with this white boy one time just to tell him to tell me more of this story about this girl. So I was like, man, like, and he was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, and like it was retarded. I was so faking. But anyway, I pull up to this house, and it's a older white lady. She's like a MILF looking lady. She looks really like a sexy 47-year-old, but I noticed a guy is in the yard twisting the fire sticks. He has his shirt off, and there's another guy on the side with his shirt off, and he's twisting the fire sticks. Okay. And the girl gets in it. She said, "You want to see this real quick?" Because I was like, "What the heck?" I said, "Yeah." So I'm chilling. They offer me a beer and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving. Like, they offer me a beer. Yeah. I'm watching the son. He does his little thing with his fire. It's just like from a movie where he's all acting sexual and sensual. But he's doing some cool tricks. So I'm like, this nigga kind of fire. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, he's coming with us. I was like, oh, he's actually coming with us? So he finishes. He does a little fire mouth thing. All right, boom. I take them somewhere. All right? I take them where? I don't know where I take them all. Where I take them at. 6 months, 8 months later, I go to a catharsis, which is like a big trip party. Okay. It was in it was on a national mall in DC. Huge. I went dolo. I have nothing on me, but I was like, somebody's going to be there giving this stuff away. I could not believe this nigga was there with a crowd around him doing the fire thing. I didn't recognize him at first, but I was like,
crazy.
I was like, nah. And I said, "Are you in Southern Maryland? Da, 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 da. You remember Uber driver?" He said, "Yeah, dude." He was gone. I was like, "Oh, he's gone." I said, "But he knows somebody. I know he knows." I said, "You know anybody? You know?" Da, 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 da. And he was like, "Yeah, man." And he took out his phone, and he's going like this with his phone, and he's like, "Man," this is when I started saying I'm tripping balls. I was like, I'm saying it after today. He said, "You gotta forgive me. I'm tripping balls, dude." So he calls this girl. She comes, and she's like a little petite girl in a fur jacket with like the Alaskan hat, and she just walks up to me with a dog, and she's like, "Is it him? He's cool." And he's like, "Yeah, I met him down Uber. You wouldn't believe that or whatever." Mm-hmm. And so she gives me this stuff. She describes, "Hey, this will make you do this. This will make you do that. This will make you do that." And I took it, and that was the most scary thing ever because it was the first time that I realized how insecure I was because I was experiencing what everybody else was experiencing, but I didn't have the balls enough to stay there and admit that I was experiencing it. Wow. Like I saw the people like doing the stuff that people will walk past, and this is wild because this is when I found out the government. Man, I'm not even trying to sound crazy, bro, but the government knows what's up, but they kind of like, it's like they know a path not to cross. Everybody knew they niggas was on drugs. Mm-hmm. It was cops just like escorting people. Yeah. They knew what was up, but they were just letting people go. And so I had to go home because I was too insecure, and I started talking to myself and started saying, dang, these people got more balls than me. And that's what led me out of there. But anyway, that's a small Uber story. I just thought it was amazing that I seen this guy 6 to 8 months later in D.C. from Southern Maryland, which is an hour and 40-minute difference. And yeah, I didn't know he was on this stuff when I saw him in Southern Maryland, but I took a guess, and that's what happened. That's what happened, and that's one of many stories of Uber. Oh, one more. Man, this thing pissed me off. I have no violent problems.
Oh damn.
and said, "What you cussing for?" That's funny as well. I ain't have no violent problems in Southern Maryland. I'm sorry, I gotta say this, guys.
Yeah.
I did. It wasn't until I started driving in DC.
Yeah, I don't bang with that.
I picked up this chick.
I don't even deliver DoorDash up there.
For real?
Yeah, nah.
This chick was in like a Greenbelt. I went up to this house. Long story short, I didn't know what this guy said, but I went to this girl's house. She was waving like she was waving or something, and I thought she was talking to me, and I was like, okay, I'll wait. I thought she was saying just wait. But she was waiting. It was this guy that walked out to my left, and he got in his car, and he said something to me, and I couldn't understand what he was saying. But he was like, "You something, something, something." I just assumed he was like, "You the Uber driver, right?" And so I was like, "Yeah." And so he said something like, it was like emotion, like, "All right, yeah, okay, we're gonna see about that." But I didn't hear him say that. But that was his body. Like I was like, maybe he's mad because his girl's leaving him to go to a party. And so she gets in the car. I drive off. I just say, "Hey, how you doing?" I see a car following me. I clearly see it following me.
Mm-hmm.
First time it probably ever happened. And I was like, "You see that car?" I said, "You know that car?" I didn't realize it was the same nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And she said, "Oh, my God." And I was like, "What?" "I got a restraining order on him, and he's just following me." And I was instant anger. Instant anger. And, you know, I try to be kind of like a calm guy. Instant anger, like, "You mother effer, you got me in a situation, and I got nothing to do with it." I said, I don't know if he knows that I'm an Uber driver, because at that point I didn't even have the U.
Yeah.
You know, or he think I'm a nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga almost hit my car. He cut me off. So now I made like a desperate. Woo! Oh my God! I gotta tell you later on about the time when me and my mans we broke in a tow truck company and drove the car out the joint.
Nigga, what?
Yeah, oh my God, that shit was fire. But anyway,
dead.
okay. But all right, so
hey, y'all throw some likes on the video, man, for this crazy story.
So
y'all throw some likes on
yo,
this.
the niggas following us. The niggas following us. She's like, "Oh my God, the restraining order." I'm like, I want to say, "Bitch, a nigga don't care about no paper. Like, what is that? You gonna hold it up like a magic spell? You can't chase me. It says right here." I was like, "Get the F out of here." I was like, "Come on, man." And so I don't know how I finesse him. He almost hit me, and I said, "I'm going anywhere public." I go to a gas station and I stop. Man, I thought I told you this story, Crystal. It was the worst story. And so I before I start to the gas station, he catches up to my car and parks and runs up to it before I break off. And he's like trying to look at the address. "Where this bitch going? Where this bitch going?" And I'm like rolling the window. I keep the window up. I think I rolled it down a little bit and be like, "Man, I'm the Uber driver. I'm the Uber driver." I was like, I don't even know that. At that point, I was like, "Oh, he don't give a fuck."
Right.
I skirt off, go to the gas station. He comes, he opens up his door, he comes to my side. I'm pussy because I don't know what's going on. I'm thinking that he knows this area, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's another nigga that comes. This is why I didn't get out the car on Everything I Love. The other nigga that comes and asks me for a cigarette. And I was like, okay, I see what's up. They knew each other. I don't know how the heck he did it. But I was like, bro, it's no way you're asking me for a cigarette and you see what's going on right now. It's no way.
Yeah.
So I think he wanted me to kind of open up another door. The dude starts banging on my door. You know, the girl's just like, "Oh my God," in the back. I'm like, I'm tight at her. Like, I skirt off. I think I darn near run over his foot because he stopped chasing me. You know what I'm saying? And I go on the highway and she goes like, a lottie now. She was like, "Yeah, that was crazy. How was your day though?" I was so mad. I didn't answer her at all. I didn't even answer her. I just kept going. I did not answer her. She said, "Oh my God, are you mad?" And I went off. I was like, "I should leave you on the side of the." I was like, "Why?" Like, I went off. And I don't even be yelling, bro, because it's just not natural for me. You know what I'm saying? But when she said that, I almost laughed. Like, oh, this is a joke. She said, "How was your day?" And I was like, "Oh my God." And then she knew from my silence. She was like, "Oh, you mad?" And I was like, "Hell yeah. You just almost," I don't know if he was strapped or nothing. Like, I was just like, bruh.
So, first of all, that's why it don't matter that you didn't get out the car. Niggas is dumb. All these niggas always want to be tough.
Yeah.
Niggas always want to be tough. Tough niggas are dead.
Yeah.
The tough niggas are dead. I don't know if it's a video going around. There was a video. There was this white couple, and it was up north. White couple yelling at their neighbor across the street. It was a husband and wife yelling at their neighbor, calling them a pussy and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
He goes in the house. Come back out. Bop, 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 just start shooting them.
Oh,
shooting them up with the handgun.
I seen that, yeah.
Wife first, ran up on the husband, shot the husband. Goes back inside and gets the big gun, the AK.
Yeah.
And unloads in them some more.
Yeah, I seen
Both
that.
of them.
Yeah.
Nigga, stop trying to be tough.
Yeah.
Because, especially if you're not strapped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because somebody's strapped.
Yeah.
So, people out here trying to be tough, no, that's stupid. I ain't got nothing to prove to you.
Yeah.
And niggas not fighting no more, so it's no point in me squaring up. Because even if I win, you going to come back with a gun.
Yeah.
Because you embarrassed now, and you don't know how to live with that embarrassment, and you don't know how to accept your L like a man. You got to win, so you going to come back with something else. Dog, I'm not talking tough to nobody. Saw love. You right, I'm wrong. Live your best life. You were right to not get out the car, to not try to be a tough guy, because you could have been dead just trying to be a tough guy.
You hear that?
Nah.
Oh. No, I feel extra pussy. I felt like it was noise.
Was outside?
I thought, I thought I heard thumping and stuff. I was about to say, nigga.
It might have been like the chairs.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. Nah, but
like,
yeah,
I seen that video.
Being a tough guy is overrated, bro. You don't prove nothing. You don't win nothing. Like, it's really sad. It's really sad that we live in an era that, like, being tough, being a thug, being a gangster, being a violent is supposedly the cool thing to do. Or makes you cool. Like, that's stupid.
I was surprised. Like, first of all, I was mad I saw that video because I always told myself never watch another video where it says, all right, the content might be wild. After I saw this kid in Africa, it was kids, but one kid in Africa, he got ran over by an 18-wheeler. His brains were out. I was like, okay, never again. And, like, literally his mom picking him up. As his brains fall out, his mom's picking him up crying. Literally wasn't like gray. It was clear as day. I was like, never again. And so, oh my God. And she was crying like a ghost came in her body, like crying, like uncontrollably.
Oh, I could not watch that.
So I don't know why
I could not watch that.
Nah, it effed me up for a while. So when I saw this video, I'm rolling over in the bed. I think I was just chilling. I was like, oh, F it. I did not know the dude ran out of bullets with the handgun, and I thought he was done. I thought he was like, all right, well, I did enough. Nah. Nigga he only left because he ran out of bullets. And he got the AR-15 and said, that's for talking shit, bitch, or something like that, and shot her. First of all, I was...
Who the pussy now?
Oh, my God. First of all, I was surprised she was still moving.
Yeah.
From the first up-close shots.
Yeah.
And still kind of talking trash a little bit. Like... And thankfully, like, I don't know who the kids were that came in the picture later. I was like, man, y'all need to get the F out of Dodge. I think
right, like y'all coming out there like he not still in his house.
Yeah, but I don't think they knew what the F happened. Period.
I don't think so, and he wasn't after anybody else.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't after nobody else.
He. I don't know what the back history is to him because I didn't look more into it. I found out as I looked at the story again that the cops showed up and was going to his door, and he killed himself as they were approaching his door.
Yeah.
He killed himself.
Yeah.
But
he was a 47-year-old
you don't know
Army
what
vet,
people
like
are going through.
Yeah.
You don't know what they've been through in life. You don't know what their triggers are. So why, like, bro, that's why love is so important. That's why kindness is so important.
Yeah.
Like, you just got, like, if you don't do nothing else, show love and be kind.
Yeah, that seemed like a very demonic scene. Like,
yes,
that just seemed like, very demonic involved. Like,
yeah, like it was very that's dark energy all over the place.
Yeah, man.
And that, like, he was sick in the head.
Yeah,
like no matter how you slice it, whether it was PTSD, whether it wasn't, whether he was depressed, whether he wasn't.
Yeah,
he was sick. Like there was darkness around him, and they just pushed it. They pushed his buttons until he couldn't hold it back.
Yeah.
And he snapped.
Right. Yeah,
but
that was
imagine if they would have done the opposite and showed love and been understanding or caring, no matter what the situation was. Like, it could have had, in fact, the opposite effect. It could have saved his life.
Yeah.
And theirs.
Right.
You never know.
So yeah, man, like I ain't playing that tough guy stuff, man. Like
it's not the vibes, bro.
It's just
not the vibe. It's dumb as hell. In fact, I think you more pussy if you try to be the tough guy and try to bully some. Because when you trying to play the tough guy, in fact what you're doing is trying to be dominant. You're trying to bully. You're trying to be better than, stronger than. You're trying to be the bully over somebody, and dominating somebody is not. You don't get kudos for that.
That's what I'm about to say. So I was about to say, even if you win against one person in the 8 billion people world, now what? It's kind of like you won against one person.
What good does that do you?
Okay, congrats.
Congratulations. Like, you're still as insignificant as you were before you bullied them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man.
But in fact, if you show love to a person, you're even greater than you were ahead of time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I totally agree.
It's not the vibes, bro.
Right.
Tough guy is not the vibes. Like,
yeah.
All you tough guys out there, you're not better than anybody. In fact, you're probably worse.
Yeah.
And let's flip it around. Let's change the dynamic. Let's change the narrative that we have right now.
It's kind of like I noticed, and it's because my eyes are more open now, and I'm looking from a different lens. But there are a lot of nice people in the world. Like when
majority of people are
nice. Yeah, I think majority of people are nice.
There's probably like a 1% of the population that's just super fucked up in a bad way, and then but you still get to choose who you vibe with or what you take in or what you allow yourself to do, because, and this is not me, this is another thing I heard on Joe Rogan podcast, I believe it was with Elon Musk, but there are if you think about in America the 3 billion, I can't remember how many we have. It's either
380 million.
Okay, the 380 million. If you think about it, if there is a I don't know if it was, I think it's 1%. 1% of human society that is just like completely evil, the worst of the worst. That's 330 people. 380 if it's 380 million. Okay. 380 people who are the worst of the worst. That's literally the minority. But for the same 1% that's completely evil and demonic and the worst of the worst, there's a 1% who are angels and are the best of the best. You almost can't even believe they're human. There's 380 of them at the top. And then there's all of us in the middle who are just normal, nice people. We're not angels. We're not devils. We're just normal, nice human beings. So just because there is like evil out there, it's not the predominant. It's not the majority. So it doesn't have to be the cool thing is basically what I'm saying. Like being mean or evil doesn't have to be cool, and you can be antisocial and still be a good person. Like you don't have to be classified as mean or evil or none of that just because you're antisocial. You know what I'm saying? Like you're still a good person. You're still a nice person. You show love and kindness. You care about people.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, bro, we have to choose love and kindness, choose happiness, choose the good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have your 1% that are gonna be but you don't have to vibe with that. You don't have to make that cool.
Yeah, man. And I was at the last rap battle event. I mean, I ain't even want to talk about this online, but I kind of do now. But at the last rap battle event, and I might have spoke to you about this, but I was at the one in Atlanta the day before I battled. There were 2 events back to back, and man, it was just some nerd looking guys. I mean, and I can't be judgmental, but I'm just saying they look like nerds, whatever. And they were just doing all gun bars away, and I was like, huh. For some reason, it hit me right there. I was like, nah, man. I was like, that's not where it's at anymore, bro. And even like one of the dudes that is about that life, like bang and everything, he's like, yo, this joint too negative. I don't even like battle rapping anymore. It's too negative. I'm not even thinking like that. You know what I'm saying?
Not in that vibe.
Yeah, that's why and I'm talking to my man Prep. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to turn these gun bars more into like you can still be derogatory, but I'm not like I'm going to say something about your career and what you should focus on and turn it to a punch.
You can still be witty and punch without being evil.
Yeah. Yeah, and it makes you stand out more because it forces you to be more creative.
Yeah,
I was talking.
You're not this average. Just like you when you stand into who you are as an artist, you're not the average artist in battle rap. If you can hit just as hard without gun bars, the cliche gun bars, then you're not the average battle rapper.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to a Christian battle rapper down there, and he got it. He was like, I said, you're a Christian battle rapper, and people might think that that's a handicap, but in actuality, they don't realize. And me and him was talking about it. I said they don't realize that you're actually forcing yourself to be more creative, which is going to make you stand out. So now, instead of saying slang words that means guns, you have to think about slang words that mean other stuff. Because you're a Christian, so you don't profess to do all that stuff anyway. Yeah. But the Christian battle rappers are on the up and up now, man.
That's crazy.
They say the most creative stuff. I mean, I still think it's kind of ironic because they still talk about like punching niggas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But still,
I think that's just part of the culture that's never gonna go away.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. But the nigga was saying some cool stuff.
Gritty.
You got to be kind of gritty. Yeah, you got to be kind of aggressive. And I wrote down some bars that I know are haymakers that had nothing to do with gun bars. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna give them away now, obviously, because I ain't split them in a battle yet. But I'm like, I sent it to my man Ty Law. He was like, flames. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to get in that bag more. I'm gonna rap more, and I'll just do more constructive criticism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna
talk to him more. I'm gonna talk to him more, man.
And Chad is the. Honestly, Chad, if you drop some names in the chat right now, bro, Chad is the one to go to. If you want to hear some like solid Christian rap that's not corny,
yeah.
Chad got people because that's Chad's bag.
Yeah, shout out to The Saga. Check out The Saga and Everything Loso. The Saga has fire music, Christian rapper, Everything Loso, same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I look forward to challenging my pen. I ain't gonna lie, this next battle, I ain't had no respect for this dude, so I just wrote really quick. So there's gonna be some stuff in there, but the one in March is gonna be so different. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking to him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be dope, man.
I'm gonna say about this one here in February is still don't be basic.
No.
Don't respect it.
No.
I don't want you to.
I don't want it to look stupid.
Slack off. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want you to look because even though this battle might not be the main stage, people from the main stage are gonna watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and they're going to use it against you. If
exactly.
You
Not for sure. No,
like
I'm right there with you.
Against Bangs.
Yeah,
niggas look at that battle and be like, "Dang, man, Bangs slack."
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Was whack. Why he do that?
Right,
you know
right. Yeah, no, and I'm excited because I didn't finish my second and third round yet, so I'm still gonna write some stuff.
Yeah.
Even my stuff is fire to other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, I got some stuff on him, and his name is Johnny Ice. I flip ice so many times in this battle. I use ice for everything in this joint. I'm up here tossed. I couldn't sleep last night. Like, not because of battle rap, but while I couldn't sleep, I said I might as well think of ice bars or whatever. I thought of some icebreaker lines and all this other stuff. Like, it's still gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna try a little bit of comedic stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There y'all go, some Christian rappers to take a look at. Chrissy.
Nice.
Check them out.
The joint is I have one in Philly, February 25th. I didn't even the next one in ATL is in March. So I didn't plan on taking this battle, but they pushed my March joint. My March joint was
later in the month.
Yeah, my March joint was supposed to be March 13th. Now it's actually March 27th. So that's the one in ATL. I have another one in Philly, February 21st.
So we blessed to get two battles now.
Yeah.
We was just going to get one.
Yeah, and I was going to cancel on people too, but I was like, you know what now?
I remember you told me.
Yeah. So now I don't got to cancel. And I looked at his footage. I said, all right, let me knock him out real quick. And so I'm actually probably going to finish 2 rounds tomorrow and then, see what's up. Yeah, I'm still doing Philly. February the 25th, the 21st, whatever the Sunday is. I'll drop the flyer on Instagram and all that stuff. Yeah, I originally wasn't, but they pushed me and ATL back. I'll talk to you a little bit about it.
That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope.
That should be pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
One thing that I am looking forward to, this is kind of transitioning. I'm about to launch another podcast. It's gonna be like a solo joint. I'm gonna always have one guest on, and I want to have a guest who is a professional in their field, or like whatever they do. I kind of, or whatever their passion is, I kind of want to talk about. And actually, Chad, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm really leaning to ask Chad to be my first guest on this podcast. And I think I'm gonna call the title of the podcast. I think I'm gonna use my "I'm trash but I'm trying."
Okay.
I think I'm gonna use that "I'm trash but I'm trying" to be the title of the podcast. And like, so when Chad comes on, if Chad decides or agrees to come on, like, our episode is gonna be straight up say less, hit me. Hit me. Hit me. Cause I definitely will set that up ASAP. Chad, I want to have Chad. Honestly, y'all could do, like, it could be y'all, like nobody else. You and your sisters, and that's the cast. So yeah, I want to have Chad on the first episode, and honestly, that first episode, we're gonna dive into his vision, how he sees what he sees, because he's a fire cameraman, photographer, and fashion designer. Really, he might be the DMV's Virgil if you give him some time. Let that nigga watch. Let that nigga work.
Dope.
And then we're gonna dive into religion, bro, because he's a Christian, and that like, it's true to him. It's deep to him, and it's what he truly believes. And I can't wait to dive into that and hear from him.
That's dope.
Like, to let him tell his story on this new platform that I'm about to set up with this new podcast. So that's gonna be great. I definitely want him on the first episode. I literally just thought about it today. Who would I have on this first episode? Me and Chad would have a fire deep conversation.
That's dope.
I want Chad on the first episode. So y'all look out for that.
Mm-hmm.
Just got my all girls podcast just now. So I look forward to starting that in the next couple months, and then a show for all local artists. If you're an artist and you're watching us right now, and I'm gonna even have Ty on it. I'm gonna let you pick up.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
What I'm saying? It's the lyrics for me.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna call it. It's the lyrics for me, and we're going to get into the story behind the song. You know, why did you write this song? What did you mean in this bar, that bar? Like, let's talk about it. You know what I'm talking? Like, tell us the story behind it. It'd be 5 to 7 minute episodes. Probably drop 2 to 3 a week because they're so short.
Yeah, that's dope.
So yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, man. And Chad, I don't know your specific beliefs within Christianity, but real quick, I'm going to have a Trinitarian on here, in which I'll do a debate with him about. I'll be the devil's advocate against Trinitarianism. You know what I'm saying? And like, I think I'm gonna do a couple of weeks. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It might be next week, depending on what my cousin says tonight. She's a marriage counselor. I'll have on later on.
I'm looking forward to having her on too.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah, I'm supposed to call her tonight to
marriage
get a date.
Counselor. Does she also do family therapy or family counseling? Or
I don't know.
Just marriage. Is that her niche? Like, marriage is her niche.
Her niche is the marriage is her main thing, but she's also a counselor for ex-veterans with PTSD.
Okay.
She's also,
I look forward to diving into both of those topics then.
Yeah, man. And that's funny. I was talking to Shanice about her sisters a couple of weeks ago because I was just like breaking down like what they do, and she was telling me what they were into separately, and I was like, yeah, I do something together. And so I think that's like a super organic and convenient thing y'all got going on right there. That's kind of it's like, pretty convenient. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking
forward to chopping it up with y'all, discussing like, all right, what we gonna call this junk? Like, how y'all want y'all episodes to go? Like, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Sure.
It's funny. I'm looking at Chad's comment. He's like, I'm looking forward to that. I'm just trying to think what he really thinking. Like,
he's talking about the Trinitarian.
The Trinitarian. Well, no, I know. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. More updates with everything later on. Keep subscribed. We'll probably drop announcements. But what I want to do personally better is drop more increments, as opposed to whole episodes. That's on me.
Better at that.
That's on me. But yeah, we will, man. We will. We'll get there.
It's a lot. Y'all know we doing a lot. Outside of the show. So we appreciate y'all coming on and enjoying our long form podcast without the increments. If any of y'all watching like to do editing and want to join the Words Never Spoken team as an editor and drop many clips, we'll throw you a little cash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
For cutting up clips and posting them. I already have a playlist on this channel for clips. So if anybody watching wants to earn a little side cash, cutting up clips for us every week, posting them throughout the week on our YouTube channel, we'd love for you to. We'd love to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a lot on our plate.
Yeah, we kind of do. Yeah, we kind of do. So it feels good though. I mean, it's a good busy.
It's great things.
Yeah.
Everything that we're doing is amazing.
Right.
It's just a lot. It's hard to keep up with everything else. So I appreciate the fact that y'all love this long form. It's something I learned about why people like long form podcasts, because we've actually cut down. This is going to be our longest podcast in a month,
right.
But we've actually cut down from going 2.5 to 3 hours to going to an hour and a half, or a little bit over. But I actually learned that, to be honest, we didn't even have to cut down. Like, I think it's good for us mentally to bring it shorter because we're more to the point.
Yeah.
But people like long form because this is a lost art. Conversation is a lost art. If you think about TV, and just another thing I got from Joe Rogan podcast, so I'm not going to take credit for it.
Okay.
But if you look at TV and everything, all of the talk shows, like, it's not natural to having a conversation. It's okay, this person is going to say this. Okay, now it's your line. And you say one or two lines, and okay, now it's your line.
Yeah.
And one or two lines, and that's not a conversation. You don't get to really express your thoughts all the way. It's so snapshotty that people get a fresh air type of feel from a long form conversation where you can truly say how you feel, explain yourself, and digest everything that a person is saying. You know what I'm saying? People enjoy that, and that's why I think our long form is so successful right now.
I mean, I see what you say. I think that's great for the individuals participating. I just think that it's so much going on right now that, like, I know me personally, when I see an interview and I see an hour and 20, I'm way more likely to watch it if I see an hour and 20 than an hour and 50. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm completely the opposite.
Really?
I'm more inclined to watch a 3-hour Joe Rogan podcast than an hour and a half Joe Budden podcast.
Well, what about? Well, see, that's two different contents too, though.
Okay, it really doesn't matter. I'm more inclined because what I'm doing with my time. So, for example, I'm doing DoorDash, right?
Yeah.
I don't always want to listen to music. Sometimes I've been really on I want to stimulate my brain vibe lately.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm driving DoorDash, and I don't have the motivation to DoorDash for 3 hours, right? But I watch a Joe Budden.
I appreciate that, Shane.
I watch a Joe Rogan podcast. I let it play while I'm DoorDashing, and I know that at the end of this podcast, I can either take a break or stop dashing completely.
Yeah.
And I just let it, and I just take in what they're saying. Sometimes I'll run it back and watch the same podcast episode twice because it's so interesting. Like, they're not talking about frivolous things.
Yeah.
And so as long as your content, your long form content has substance, I think people love watching it.
Okay. I beg to differ.
You know what I'm saying? It's a different crowd. Remember what we had to cut the episode, but your coworker.
Wait, hold up. You do know though that people drop increments for a reason.
So yes, but what I'm saying is, if you look at Joe Rogan's podcast, for example, right?
Yeah.
Look at his increments versus if you look at the views on his incremental ones versus the long form, his long form ones have more views.
Yeah.
His incremental ones will have 5-6 million. His long form, the 3-hour joints will have 10 million. And the content that you get on that increment is in the long form one, but you only get one piece of it. And so then you're like, oh, I want to see the whole thing. I want to see everything. It's a demographic thing. It's not a right or wrong.
He's also an exception, though. He has
not necessarily. It's the demographic that you're talking to. That's what I'm trying. Like, you're not wrong. Like, there are people just like you who like shorter, right?
Yeah.
And Chrissy is one of them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Gino he likes long form, but he doesn't like it in video. He likes it in audio.
Okay.
Like, there are people who prefer shorter form.
Yeah.
But the demographic that we have, our main demographic for Words Never Spoken, they only know long form. So them sticking around is because they like our long form.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the short form. I'm gonna have a short form joke, and people are gonna draw to that would never watch our hour and a half, but they'll watch a little 15, 20.
Right.
They'll never come to Words Never Spoken for an hour and a half, but they'll watch a 15 to 20 minute.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a demographic thing.
Yeah.
Words Never Spoken has always been long form. So, like, remember what your coworker said when we was like, we should cut down to, when we were talking about cutting down to an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
What did she say? She said, honestly, I love y'all 2.5 hour podcasts.
Was it with Toya?
No, the Muslim coworker.
Flo. Yeah,
she said she loved our 2.5 hour podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there are people, and that's our main demographic, are the long form people. Because this has always been a long form podcast. I mean, even at an hour and a half, it's a long form.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know
I get with that because I mean, time will tell. But we've been actually doing really good when we did drop them short joints.
I think that that's why I said for us, mentally chopping it short was good for us.
Yeah.
Because I think we're better. I think we're better short form, and that makes our content better.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But I don't think that necessarily cutting it short is why the people are sticking around.
Okay.
Because the people are used to our long form anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But we're better short form.
Okay.
Like, when we think short form, we don't have empty spaces on our pod anymore.
You
go back and look at our old episodes when we was trying to just keep it elongated.
Yeah,
we had
kinda.
empty spaces.
There's so many variables like for that. You're right.
It is.
Because at the same time, we could blame it on the learning curve. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the more you do, the better you get. But I think we are better.
Let's drop incremental joints. That's on me. And let's just see what happens.
Need to. Sharnice Rainbow Spiritual says her sister loves that, so maybe she'll be our editor, and we'll get us some incremental joints. Like, if we could get somebody to do timestamps, even
that'll be way better.
You know what I'm saying?
Man. Because I used to do it during work. You know what I'm saying? And be like, all right, 2 hours, and and it was pretty cool. But damn, man, like, it's kind of getting overwhelming. Kind of getting overwhelming
because we're doing so much.
It's
man, very overwhelming. So definitely, y'all. Anybody that can help us with all of that, man, please let us know. And we would gladly, we'll compensate you. We don't mind doing that at all.
Yeah, I should get some kid to do that crap.
Yeah, something like a high school kid or somebody who need to have
the
video
money.
editing in there.
Yeah, I should get
resume or who just wanted some change, wants some pocket change.
Right.
Yeah,
that should
let's
be.
Set it up. If you're watching, hit us up, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all sticking by.
Yeah.
That's almost 2 hours, so we good on it. We've been good on this one for about 20 minutes. We actually had an off camera conversation here for y'all. So I hope y'all appreciated the behind the scenes.
Like, literally, we would have been discussing that before. And I look, later on, hopefully this keep y'all subscribed. I got to tell you about the time where me and my homeboy broke into a tow truck company joint and got his car out there.
We gotta hear that.
We're gonna talk about that later. That joint was funny, and we was off of everything that night. All right, y'all. Words Never Spoken, episode 27. Thanks so much for sticking around for the participation. Thank you all. All right, tune in next week. Yeah, we'll holler at you.